Hello there. It's just a minute to get started. I think everything's working okay. How are we doing today? Senior Chat. That's what we call you guys. Senior La Chat. Testing the microphone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I have the volume of this at a reasonable level, how about that? Is that better? Like at a reasonable volume, can you hear me okay? And still hear the game situation? I don't know. I feel like it's one of the things I struggle with most, but then it also is one of the things that it annoys me most with in like other types of games. You know, like I don't really want to make it so you have to have the volume all the way up to be able to hear me. Because they're probably going to play an ad somewhere in the universe, and then you're going to get stuck watching an ad that's like super duper volume, and I'm all like quiet, so you got to keep changing your stupid volume. I hate that. So I'm not going to be that guy. Like, I'm just not who I am as a person. In case you're just joining us for the first time ever, I'm Sean, Firefly 2018. I play video games, grow marijuana, I'm a voting rights advocate, I guess. We do little talk shows on Wednesdays. We do Humankind on Mondays. I play Final Fantasy on Fridays. And I used to call this Satisfactory Saturdays, and I'm sure I will eventually play Satisfactory Saturdays. But we're playing Stellaris today because Stellaris is on sale if you buy it directly from Paradox's website. So like if you're going to Steam and purchase Steam, it's like $40. But if you go to the Paradox website, it's 75% off, and you can purchase a Steam key from them. You know, like, so you just go load it into Steam, and then it's the same thing as having it in your Steam library for $10 as opposed to the $40 that this game normally runs. So I thought I would play a little bit of this to tell you. I love this game. I think my Steam profile. Let's see how many hours I've played in this guy. Oh, Steam! That's how I feel about Steam. I have played 566 hours of playtime in this game. So I mean, like, not like the most in the universe, I'm sure, but not like the worst. We're hanging out in the Just Chatting channel because this is one of those like chill, relax games. So I have plenty of time to chit chat with the stream. I got you up everywhere. I got you up under my skin. Need to pull myself up in the YouTubes. In the Yub tubs. So I have plenty of time to chit chat. And I'll put that one over here. Can I pop out the chat? Can pop out the chat. Can I close this and leave the chat up? Yes! Does this still work? So on Edge, Streamlabs. Guessing that no, it does not. You know, hey, we learned something today. That doesn't work. But is okay. I think I have enough bandwidth to have all this going. Supercomputer! In case you ever watch Kibitz. Watching them the Kiblets. So my hat looks ridiculous, but it was hand sewn, knitted, quilted, whatever these ladies do that make hats. They made hats for me, so we're wearing it. My aunt made this one, I think. I've been my mother. Either way, it's the same thing. So Stellaris is a 4X strategy exploration game. It's made by Firaxis, which is the website. I will even put a link to their store page in the chat, so you may go check that out. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape, fashion, or form. However, I would love to work for Paradox, so whatever. Invite me, bro. I'll come join that party. So there's a whole bunch of like pre-made races that you can play, whole bunches, or you can make your own, which I almost always do. And I have all the expansions, so I get to play around with all the crazy ways to play. But everybody keeps talking about this Necroid species. I hear they're pretty amazing. He's trying to get me to buy the Aquatics pack, but I guess my Ultimate pack doesn't include the newest Aquatics pack, so sponsor me, Paradox, give me the DSL for free. That'd be great. So either way, we're going to play one of these necrotic guys because I have not. It's one of the new DCs and they're supposed to be cool. They apparently had this gimmick with the population. They don't like reproduce. You have to like manually reproduce them in some way, shape, fashion, or form, and that guy's kind of creepy. All these are like hella creepy. Like I wasn't creeped out until this one blinked. Then it became creepy. The blinking makes it creepy. I don't know why. Oh, because they don't quite blink together. Like they're a little off, and that's why I was like, oh, that's creepy. All right, we're gonna go creepy eye blinker guy. Species name. We are going to make it the fire. Fire people? I should probably capitalize that. Fire people. Fire peeps. Objective. They're fire people lines. Okay, that's gonna be great. This is my gender. I'm not sure. I think we're just talking about the ruler at this point. I don't know if we get to write the whole biography quite yet. Did I skip it? No, we're not lithoid. We are necroid. Necroid 1. Redder Naten. Hitting Birkin. Para circling. Yeah, that's not like we're gonna change any of those at all. Not like that's gonna happen. Yuck. So here you get to pick your trait points. You have trait, like the number of picks you can choose and how many points you actually have to choose, because there are negative points as well. And from what I understand about these fellows, I wish there was a, maybe I should come back to this. I might come back to this. The name and class that like is really irrelevant. I might just put star is definitely random. Starting Sandom, like I'll just put it on Continental because it's the middle one. City appearance is not really all that relevant. Do we have a... Ooh, they're like, you gotta get this one if you want that. We're gonna go with the Necroid City, since I haven't even used that yet. Origin... I really thought there was a thing that made them so specific, special. You can make them megacorporates, imperials, oligarchies, or democratic for the religion. I mean, like, the typical way I play these, like, most 4X games are, you know, conquer and destroy. But I know these guys have some weird birthing situation. I do like intelligence, for sure. Kinda wanna be like, only pick one of those. I'm gonna have to get 3 points and negative, like, at least one negative at this point. So if I pick another -2, price props from pops. Now I have 3 points. These are -3. Is there a -3 point? That'd be nice. Very strong. Non-adaptive gives them a -10%. Slow breathers is probably fine because I think they do something weird with breeding anyway. But now I still need a -1. Slow learners. Unity from jobs. I think I will take that one. We already picked. This one has a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of options. This is basically how you came to get into space. Oh, they had a whole bunch of new, I didn't know that was a thing. Well, the necrophage. I think this is the one that comes with. The civilization evolved as a parasite, feeding off other sapient life forms for growth. As it extends its reach across the galaxy, other species will come to be seen either as apprentices to be brought into the fold, or merely as food to sustain its growing might. Effects can convert population in other species into the primary species. Only necrophage pops may be leaders or take ruler jobs. Start with a number of pops of a secondary repate species. Guaranteed habitable planets are instead primitive civilizations. Okay. Never done that before. So then we're gonna look at our trait situation, our governing ethics. Will probably be militaristic. Claim influence, ship fire rate. I always like Gestalt consciousness, but I feel like you can't. That gives you only the 2 options for Gives you mining station and Empire Sprawl penalty. I feel like it won't let me do that anyway because it doesn't have a. Not. I feel like it's not popular. Because that seems really like OP. Have machine intelligent necrophage. That seems interesting. Replaces fabricators with catalytic drones. Catalytic drones turn food into alloys. Building the district costs 15%, plus they get 1 extra building cost. Leader upkeep. Capital starts as a tomb world. Cannot engage in diplomacy. Oh, see, that one's a lot. Determined exterminator is usually something I pick. As the purification causes a spell on organic species, will always purge organic pops. That definitely doesn't work. Driven assimilators maybe. Start the game with 10 cyborg populations and the ability to assimilate organics as cyborg assimilation. See, that's very Borg-like, and I kind of like that idea. That's definitely how I normally play these situations. Research speed. Maintenance drone, also including Unity, keeps popping up, and I'm like, it does look pretty good. I just have a feeling it's not going to let us do this, quite frankly. Guess you can't be both. Zero waste protocols, or bots. Monthly Unity. I kind of want this one. Static research just gives you the extra research ability. I like having the option of research text to pick from. Then you get to pick your voice. Necroid voice.
Entropy, dilapidation, decay. The gradual heat death of the universe can be quite fascinating if you stop for a moment and think about it.
Creepy. We'll take. We'll take. The Empire name is always the Fire Nation. I've never figured out this adjective. I wish there was just like a random button. I wish I could just hit like random until I found one I liked. That'd be nice. A paradox. I hate this color, so we'll go with a nice blue and black. I do love me some blue. And we're looking at what kind of pointy, like death symbols cometh. Oh, there we go. I don't know why I like this one. Ooh, this one's might be better. I think I like that one better. I wish I could make that gold a different color, like a silver. That'd be nice. I wish that was silver. Because it's just black. I can make it gray, maybe? Makes it a little less harsh. Obviously, we're picking the Necroid. Ooh, look, that's cool. That's less cool. More cool. Less cool. Still kind of tubular. Whatever. It's different. It's cool. The leader does not matter at all. I mean, I guess I should start with me. Let's see what happens. teen. It apparently is like, you didn't do something. Your current design contains errors or uses features disable DCs that may have resolved containing appearance. Cannot select Necroid portrait and authority other than I figure it would let me do the machine intelligence situation. Womp womp womp. Will it let us do Necrophage and Hive Mind or Off Mind? So determined militarist. I mess up somewhere with the ethics. Okay. That was weird. So, definitely gonna have to go militarized for situations, for sure. That just gives me ship fire rate and that. I could like pick a middle tier and then something else. Monthly influence, edict cost, starbase cost, robot upkeep. I think we're gonna go militarist, and then we have to pick one of these. A new ruler every 10 years, holds election every 20 years. The gives me Empire Sprawl penalty minus. That's probably gonna happen. Yeah, we're gonna do dictatorial. For absolute control over everything. Seems appropriate. So this gives us unity and stability. That's an interesting building. Food into alloys. So I find you often have a lot of food early game. That might be a thing. Waives all influence costs for pop resettlement except for colony abandonment. Edict costs, available envoys, ship fire rate, admiral level cap, and command limit. Probably take that. Administrative capacity is nice. Artisans are replaced with artificers. Artificers produce 1 consumer goods as well as 2 trade value and 1.1 engineering research. Every industrial district grants 1 building slot except on habitats. Can build Sanctuary of Repose. Sanctuaries of Repose provide Death Chronicler jobs and improve governing ethics attraction on Tomb Worlds and Relic Worlds. Okay. Capital buildings provide merchant job, minerals from miners, war exhaustion. What was even that? Ruler cap. No. Oh. Within this society, death is no bar to the call to arms. Master of the art of necromancy, reacclimate forces, dread host and guardians, striking fear into the hearts of lesser mortals. Perhaps. Perhaps. Oh. Because this gives a military academy building is replaced with a dread encampment, granting necromancer jobs, which allow in the recruitment of undead armies. Necromancers turn consumer goods into research points and naval capacity and spawn undead defense armies. Defeated organic armies are sometimes resurrected as undead armies. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Places entertainer jobs with duelist jobs. Duelist turns alloy into unity, amenities, and naval capacity. That's also pretty good. Let me take a quick break. Put in the chat which one of these you would like to see. Apologize for the delay. We'll be with you momentarily. Stay tuned for more of the non-stop thrilling action. The edge of your seat action that is Stellaris. Sorry about that, and we're back. And I said, and we're back. And to tend to the fire among some other things in my life. So, we're talking about Stellaris. If you're new to the scene, Stellaris is a 4X exploration game. And we're building our race to play with at this point. If you're new to Paradox, then you should probably also know that Paradox makes a lot of games that play for a long time. So that sounds like Final Fantasy music kicking in. So the question was warrior culture or remnants. I think I might get rid of that one and pick both. That's what I think we're gonna do. We decided we like the voice. What does it say we can't have now? Missing trait. Traits. Oh, I didn't even do these at all. Must have necrophage. Oh, so I have to get rid of one because I have picked too many. Why is it not letting me? I guess, oh, I'm sorry, because these are the ones. Dumb. This species of near immortal procreates by consuming pops of other species. So, why is it giving me any issues with this? Non-adaptive is probably irrelevant. Slow breeders is definitely something we can work with. We want some science in our life. I like the natural engineers. I like that situation. I have 2 picks left and 1 point. What? I don't really care about that. Because it's kind of like I could pick a 2 something if I picked a negative. But are there any like 2s that I really wanted? Now I can pick a -1. Was quarrelsome. Must select a portrait. I thought I did that. Species may not use same portrait as secondary species. Oh. Alright, let's make them humans. We're eating all the humans. Name, human. And human. They are dumb. Great. We can use species 1. Excellent. I must select more ethics, it says. Oh. I feel like the authoritarian seems good. Empire name, I didn't put any. The Fire the Fire Nation. Okay, so there's our whole deal. We'll save, and then done. Now we get to pick our world. How big do we want the world to be? I like to randomize things. I like big sprawling empires. More habitable worlds. More primitive civilizations. Crisis strength will be random. All random. Scaling difficulty. Have not ever played with that. Normal empire placement. Controls whether empires should spawn in clusters or randomly placed across the galaxy. I kind of want to random it. I usually play in clusters because I didn't know that was an option, but now we know. Gonna increase the hyperlane density a little bit. Probably all the ways to move about the universe a little bit as we made the worm bigger. Xenocompatibility enables or disables the Xenocompatibility Ascension perk as an option for empires to pick. Okay. Logistic growth ceiling. This controls how large the pop growth bonuses are when planets are in the middle of the logistic curve. The higher it is, the faster that will grow. Okay, I'll turn on man mode because I want achievements. I need achievements for things. And if something happens in the stream, it'll be fine. I'll just edit it out. It's totally fine. Nobody cares about the game. I'm in just chatting. We're just hanging out, talking to you guys.
We have discovered
cool.
spacefaring alien entities that may or may not be intelligent. But let's face it, probably are. Their true nature will remain a mystery to us until we complete the appropriate project to investigate them. I suggest we do so post-haste, lest they investigate us first.
Well, that's a abnormal thing you get from right off the bat, but I guess it's because I'm supposed to be turning this species into populations. So that seems to be a thing. It's definitely getting close to Clay Bog for sure. In the not-so-distant past, I must spell that, Homeworld was dominated by the fairly unremarkable species to all onlookers, and they have seemed to be following the standard and meandering course of development, with occasional rapid periods of innovation interspread with much longer periods of seemingly insurmountable setbacks. However, unbeknownst to them, their planet was home to a second intelligent species, us. For millennia, we, the Free Peeps, remained undetected by the planet's proprietors, little more than vague rumors of terrors in the night. And we were a fairy tale told only to scarce misbehaving juveniles, but they were wrong to discount us as Their rate of technology progress quickened, so did our infiltration of their society. When their fall came, it was swift and bloody. We ruthlessly took control of the planet. Our precursors reduced their subservience and gradual absorption into the fire populace people race. Now armed with the recently discovered secret of FTL travel, we are ready to take to the stars and remake all species of the galaxy in our own likeness. Contact report. Enigmatic spacefarers. It did not take long for the Fire Nation to come across an intelligent alien life. The fleet's report of the Fire Peoplein capital somewhat understates just how alien these forces appear, and only in passing mentions do failure to open comms. Intriguing. Made the first contact with the mysterious aliens of the overall systems. For now, we have to conclude the name of the Alpha aliens until we can find out more about them. They possess a language. We should decipher it. Made first contact. All right, because my species is supposed to be dominated by primitive life.
We have come into contact with a new entity. Perhaps a space-dwelling creature, or another empire. We can learn more about them by making first contact.
Interesting. So we have to assign an envoy. Doesn't appear to matter which. That'll start doing a thing. So we can do away with that.
The technology screen is where we will be directing our research efforts. Technologies are categorized into 3 different fields, with each field typically having 3 available research options.
I'll let him talk in case you guys don't know what the game is, because I'm not playing the game. So if you have questions about the game, or what's going on in your life, or just stop in and say hello, by all means say hello. I'm just playing the game in the background to give me something to do while I wait for you guys to come in. Unburden yourself with your problems in chat. Feel free. I'm a great listener. So, this one seems good. This one seems good. This one's mediocre. I think I'm gonna go with this one because it unlocks future things. There is not a tech tree per se in this game. You get a random assortment of them. So, that happens. Naval capacity from solar jobs +2, and army defense. Population growth speed seems unnecessary in my particular research, so we're gonna go with this one. I'm gonna unlock the fusion reactor for the ship design possibility.
Your Imperial Majesty, I am Veer, a prototype synthetic intelligence, and your humble servant. My role is to provide you with advice.
Go ahead and just
don't be a
shut that
fool.
thing down. That was great. That was great. Also, let me fix this from my stone death. Home world. Okay, great. So this is your like planet screen, and our governor has architectural interest, so it reduces building cost and district cost and planetary build speed. So he's a good guy to have here, building some stuff. We've got stability. We have population, crime, housing, amenities, and available jobs. But that's a whole separate tab. Is the population situation. Which I'm not sure how we're supposed to do this, is really where I get at here. Because the administrators give you... There's our necromancers, specialists. And we have... two people, one people, two people. These are necrophytes. They give amenities. Seems they're enslaved. They produce unity and require food and consumer goods. Producing alloys, they're producing consumer goods. Interesting. First Dread Regiment. This is an undead defense army. Because of all the somebody's truck is so loud. I'm not even near the road. So loud. Yeah, these guys. Military defense army is at +3. So I mean, like, we have a pretty well defended army. But I'm not sure that's really relevant at this second. So now I go back to armies and it's like, oh, they're still here. Not sure why that's relevant. Bureaucrats give administrative capacity, which is that's the Empire Sprawl. Based on administrative capacity. Yeah, I don't know. Your guess is good. Produces consumer goods, cost of minerals and such. The corporate world, we don't really. Not something we're playing around with this go round. Our current planet production is doing pretty well. Getting energy credits from probably the jobs. But we'll probably have to build. Not sure how we're going to get more population. I don't have enough minerals for this anyway. This gives consumer goods into unity and society research. Interesting. This one gives minerals into consumer goods. This one gives clerks produce trade value. This is the duelists that turn unity, that turn alloys into unity, amenities, and naval capacity. Plus housing, the enforcers, research, resource, and the stronghold upkeep. So we need minerals, so we might as well build a minerals district. Can't, because we don't have the minerals for that as of yet. And that's probably okay, because we have stuff to do in space as well. So like in our actual space system, we have a ship. Right here, construction ship needs to build a mineral mining station in place. Then we have a science ship that has a science officer already explored. I assume that this one's been surveyed. Survey. a survey. Okay, I'll send him down here to survey the new situation. This is our current war fleet. We have some lasers and some guns. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the spacebar to let the game play on. We've discovered a new archaeological dig site, which is cool. As soon as we get our construction situation done, we'll send that guy down here to deal with that. But again, this is a chill, hang out, relaxing game, so if you wanna say hello in the chit chat, follow, like, subscribe, now's your opportunity. I do all kinds of crazy things with, like, Humankind on Monday, Final Fantasy on Fridays. Looks like it's going to be S games. We're only playing Stellaris today because there's a special deal, $10 for Stellaris on the Paradox website. And of course, texts mean time for break. Apparently, they have updated this a great deal since I've last played. So, the patch notes say, your recent encounter with alien life forms has reignited and made sudden more urgent the old debate of how we should approach contacting any potential intelligent alien civilizations we may meet. While some advocate focusing on establishing friendly relations as quickly as possible by contacting them with a message of peace, while others advise caution, pointing out that we cannot know whether alien minds bear ill intent towards us, and that it would be unwise to let them know too much about us before it is necessary. A third, more radical group push for preemptive action against them, with the security of all fire peeps at risk, they say. We dare not hesitate to take whatever measures necessary to gain the upper hand against any potential Xeno threat. We shall greet Xenos with open arms, be cautious, or we would ward off those who would threaten us. We'll change our policy on first contact to aggressive. The policy has the following effects. We can attack neutral entities, establishes hostile first contacts, options such as abduction and dissection. Okay. Okay. Because, you know, we're going to eat them anyway. So we get minerals every day? This ticks by per hour, I believe, but you can speed that up as well. I usually play it a little bit faster than that. We'll play fast and loose. And we decided that this one needed... There are 2 specialists unemployed. That's my problem, so I should have just kept them there, is what you're telling me, game. I can't... Oh, I guess I have to... It was real mad at me, like, what are you doing? Okay, that's cool. But this came with headphones on. That's cool. Alright, so we built the mining station. I believe everything else is... That's usually easier to actually tell from the overworld map, because see, now there's 2 other things. There's a mining station. I probably ought to also go to the shipyard. Build us a science ship and another construction ship. You'll at least need 2 of those things. Faux show. Science ships are quite handy when exploring the universe. And it's still like, you have a thing to put here, and I'm like, don't have minerals. So it's still minerals are being an issue for me. It kind of makes me want to do these, but I again don't have enough minerals for that. We know nothing. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Homeworld. Both the scientific community and public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. We have more important... Yeah, we'll take the initiative.
The situation log has been amended.
That lets us... It opens up a thing over here. And we can start tracking habitable worlds. We just need to find 8 habitable worlds, and then we win that anyway. Like, we're gonna try to find that anyway. So that's so ethereal. Noise. You know what? I think it might be time to switch to standing desk, you guys. Oh no! There we go. Moving on up, like the Jeffersons, to the east side. It looks like I'm now showing some backgrounds. Oh, this is in there. What is that? Runaway Mylar. You're breaking the illusion, Mylar.
A system survey has concluded.
Oops, hold on. I'll fix that. There we are. Just a little zip in, a little zip there. Alright, so fully surveyed. Back to this. We need to get this guy. The first contact was the thing that I hadn't clicked up here at the top. Long-range scanners have been readings on the overall system that could be described as giant heat blobs. It's worth investigating. Make it so. We get to investigate. We get to start our traditions, which they recently changed. We may select any of the ones we so choose. So you get adaptability, which just for adapting it gives you pop housage using 10%, diplomacy, diplomatic influence cost reduction, discovery anomaly research speed, which would be good early on, domination. If we impose our will on others, they will inevitably impose theirs on us. Prosperity is always good. Trade, maybe not so much this go round, but in other situations, expansion might be good. But I haven't really figured out how we expand as this race yet. Subterfuge, code breaking, naval capacity, and army damage. Like, we know that's something we're gonna eventually get for sure. Starbase capacity, we're probably also eventually gonna get, but this is the first thing we want. I feel like we really want to go with like the science option situation first. Because we're gonna have researchers, you know, like it seems we're gonna have lots of anomalies that we're gonna need to research. So I think that's a good start. That is a good start. I start and stop a lot. That happens. Our construction robot needs to come out here and build. Just need one of you. Come out here and build the Starbase outpost. The other science vessel. We will recruit a new one. Oh, we got a genius. So we will recruit. And then we're going to look at who we have leading our research. That's a research speed, that's a research speed, and this one's the research speed bonus 10% as well. So we're gonna pick this one. And it's like, wait, you didn't do that, and we're gonna pick the new guy who has this bonus to research speed. So that's what we're doing there. Science ship here. I will survey this system. This giant ship survey this system. Obviously, we're gonna get our little cluster first. And it looks like this is the next one we're gonna like establish as a civilization. Got a lot of food, got a lot of alloys. I still need to build something on my home empire here. Consumer goods into administrative capacity, and we are currently producing 3 administrative goods. So that would put us in a deficit for administrative goods. This requires 12 minerals, and we'll turn them into alloys. We are currently making more minerals than alloys. I feel like that may be something helpful. Trade might be nice. This turns alloys into unity, amenities, and naval capacity. Luxuries gives us research labs. Maybe. We just talked about making this as a thing. That seems like the smart answer. Cidamus civilization encountered. We have detected the presence of a primitive alien proto-civilization on Pollen Cloud in the Ipsen system. Our probes show that their Neolithic culture is mastered fire and developed a rudimentary spoken language, but we have yet to see any evidence of metallurgy or written communication. We should consider building an observation post on their world to study it more closely. Interesting. We have found signs of water all over this world. That's the like, what is going on here? I guess we never got the alpha aliens to investigate either. Or is this still working? It's ongoing, stage 3. 37 days. So where was the primitive situation? Didn't I find a oh, that was it over here? Was the primitive situation? It's over here. So I guess I just they're hunter-gatherers. Observation post, it says. I guess we will attempt that. Send that over here. It's not fully surveyed, so I'll just make it move. Maybe I should actually JK, build a mining station. That's probably helpful. First contact event pending. The spaceborne lifeforms, which the Fire Peoplein, head of Society Research, has come to refer to as the Titanic, are docile creatures capable of accessing some of the lower dimensions of subspace, and they roam from system to system with remarkable ease. They graze on gases common to their upper layers of many gas giants. It is highly unlikely, to say the least. Alright, got it. So we gained some frequency tuning tech progress and influence.
An alien society calls to us from across the ether.
Alright, and this is a anomaly. Usual readings suggest that there may be more to this desolate world than meets the eye. It says it would be challenging, so it might just be Leaf B for now. We'll come back to it later. Construction ship. The other one will move here.
Construction venture completed.
I will build the Starfilled outpost there. This giant ship will move to here. Should have just clicked on the shipyard. We are missing 13 consumer goods and 13 minerals for that, and now we have a negative in consumer goods. Womp 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 womp. So we get research alternatives or survey speed by 35% and survey distance age. We might as well pick the survey since we literally just started. That was like the whole point. Also, let's go back to our homeworld population. We need consumer goods, which was this one. Is a favorite job? Is it? It's full, right? It's already at maximum priority and can maximize no more. This produces
Construction venture.
trade value and amenities. Artisans turns minerals into consumer goods. So let's do one of those. Check on our construction ship. He needs to build this station there. Comet sighted. A fierce plume of flame sears the heavens of the homeworld as the comet skirts the upper stratosphere. Sheer power, evidenced in the cosmic trajectory, has made profound impressions on the capital's populace. They liken the intractability of its path to the inevitability of the Fire Nation's ascension to the galactic supremacy. Comic-sided modifier added for 5 years, giving the effect, oh yeah, plus happiness. That's wonderful, like we cared about our people's happiness. We'll build the observation post. Set this guy up to build Starbase. This guy over to the new system. We'll leave that be for now. Move this to the new system. Click on a shipyard. Let's build another Corvette until we're out of the alloys. And we're waiting on this to build, waiting on that to build. I'll speed it up a little bit.
Construction venture completed.
We have recovered artifacts from the ancient alien civilization. Incredibly, the civilization is apparently referred to themselves as Cyberx. It seems to be made up of machinists that were linked together in some sort of collective consciousness in the age of the artifacts. 6,000 years ago. Yeah, I've done this one before. Starts a whole new trackable situation that as long as we keep continuing exploring the universe, we'll be fine. Okay, so the observation cloud now lets us indoctrination. Through subtle influences, their society and culture, the natives can be brought around to our way of thinking. So is that what we're gonna do? Is that how this works? Like we should raise them to be cattle? This gives us plus society, plus 10. This one costs us money. Can't really do any of those things. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Like, am I supposed to build a colony ship and then colonize that? That's
Construction venture completed.
appears to be the question. Yes. We have detected the presence of primitive alien civilization on this one. It says the same thing as the other. We're supposed to be able to just, like, them right on up.
Strange happenings afoot.
An object that reflects our sensors has been located in the Vivanco system near blah 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 blah. Visual observation has identified the object as polygonal in shape, but due to the lack of scanner data, there is little else known. This one says routine, so I'll just let them research that. And we're still building this because we have a deficit somewhere of consumer goods. Didn't I just... I feel like I just did that. Turns minerals into consumer goods. Cannot, because we're lacking the minerals to do so. This would give us research subsidies. Research alternatives by 1 and science level cap by 2. I'm probably gonna go with that. For now. I'm probably eventually going to get the whole thing, because you get a bonus for doing that as well. The ISS Nora crew has recovered that the reflective polygonal object near whatever brings an onboard detailed study. The object's most intriguing quality is the ability to reflect most types of low-frequency energy beams directed towards it. The high-frequency energy beams, however, remain unaffected, making the object's properties useless with regards to any potential fleet defense applications. Despite extensive examination, the ISS NOR research team has been unable to determine the function or origin of this particular polygonic appearance. It appears to be somehow hollow. Its metallic surface is engraved with coded data that eludes us. Pender Boxley believes it relates to the wormhole's metrics. Our research team was unable to glean some fascinating insights into the wormhole theory by studying these notions, whatever purpose the object was created for. However, it is still a mystery. Curious indeed. I got like 600 research out of that, though. Will do. So we're back in this system again. And I got a construction ship here that needs to go there. Come on, there we go. Gotta build all your mining stations, and I'm lacking the 69 minerals. Whoa! Oh! Bada-ching! We've discovered rare crystals. Got it. They're not that rare. TBH. Just come on. I can speed it up. Just gonna wait. I'll speed it up 3 times. It'll be fun. Getting people leveling up. Come on, come on, come on! 11 minerals. Come on! It's just thrilling, riveting too. There we go. Alright, so another one over here. Good times.
A system survey has concluded.
Society research. I'm gonna pause it there for a minute. I know we end up waiting, but you know, times happen. So that's the energy siphon. This is food. Off-world trading company. Slave army and slave processing facility. Slave pop resource output plus 5%. I think I'm gonna go with this. I've never had a slave population either, to be fair. Gotta build his mining stations. Look at this system with the alloys and the rare crystals and the trade value. I don't know what, I'm not good with trade value. That's a new thing for me too. This one's coming there, so this one's gonna do this one, looks like. This Oval's needing to get something done with it for sure, because I'm like, what's happening in my life? Need the shipyard is what I needed, because we're still waiting for this 39. At least we're now back in the positive with this, at least. Everybody's doing something except for this. You're like, Sean, but you're trying to save the mineral. I know. I've spent minerals to make minerals in the future. You got to build the long game. And you spin it to do that. That's fun. Good times. So we unlocked the fusion core. That's good. We're gonna do the research speed, obviously, because research speed. And then I think I spent this guy's money too. Life signs have been detected coming from inside the atmosphere of this gas giant. Could it indicate the presence of some kind of biosphere? It's a routine, so we're gonna go ahead and let them research that. This construction ship is mad. This construction ship is mad. We did indeed discover life on this planet, but our actions, it has since been eradicated. The microbial creatures, which lived in the outer edges of the gas giant's atmosphere, reacted poorly to our deep scans. The frequencies caused each creature's cellular structure to resonate, and the effect that cascaded and spread from gas mite to gas mite, which rendered inert soon after. We are now in orbit of the largest graveyard in the universe. Fascinating. That's a lot of research. Will do. So why can't this be built?
Construction venture completed.
I guess because I don't have. That's probably why. This science ship, oh dear. Well, there's another just a habitable world. We will move here.
Construction venture completed.
Still looking for the colony ship. There we go.
Study has been completed.
Minerals from jobs. Excellent. Excellent. Engineering research from researchers. Seems fair. I also haven't looked at any of my edicts yet. Could fortify the border, and it would cost me 100 influence, which I'm not sure I care. Map the stars for 200 influence, though. That would be for 200 influence. Who needs that much time? I guess if I was only going for one planet.
A study has been completed.
A study has been completed. So far, I think she's my favorite voice. For sure. The Armor Olarvo system gives off a strongly hostile impression on first sight. None of the planets are remotely habitable, either scorched by searing heat of the system's 3 suns or stripped off by the light by the powerful solar storms. However, despite all this, it seems to be inhabited by large numbers of previously unknown large spaceborne organisms. They've mentioned large twice, they're probably huge. Groups of which flit in and out between the blisteringly hot inner system and the large gas giant further out, in which appears to be the elaborate breeding ritual. It is unclear what attraction this system could possibly hold for these creatures. Regardless, they seem intent on protecting it, and they have already turned towards us, approaching the ISS natally with an overtly threatening maneuver. Battle station. Well then. Okay, we've made first contact with the Epsilon aliens. Interesting. Interesting. It's our first like problem system we have here. Might as well get them working on it. Maybe we'll get some goodies out of it. So what we just did. I'll be able to do the administrative capacity. I know I haven't got quite there yet, but I feel this is gonna blow up quite quickly. This unlocks the research subsidies. This gives us experience gain 25% and leader level cap. Let's do that, because the other one's not valid quite yet. We're gaining worlds. Upon entering that system, our sensors picked up strange readings, dismissed at first as glorious asteroids. Things quickly changed when we discovered that these entities reacted aggressively to movement in space. Even at great distance, observation of these entities preferred from a safe distance is advised. Best viewed from afar. Keep it up. Okay. He's going to have to build all the stations. This one too. Build stations. This particular science ship. Survey this system. I think at this point we're going to have to send you out to like the great beyond. Let's get to move back to the other end of my ship. My colony ship. I don't know if I'm even able to do that. Can he? I'm doing it the wrong thing. It's sending it to the wrong cloud. I would like him to be able to colonize the ship. Can he do that? Not sure. We've made first contact with the mysterious aliens in the Tharvaka system. For now, we've codenamed them Zayla aliens. They are 777. We didn't catch what that was. That's only 2 things. We've got ships, right? We can send some ships over there. So I feel like I could, like this one I can, maybe maybe I can't. I don't know. I thought you used to be able to just like click on it. Like colonize this one. we're gonna see what happens with that. Oh, I see, they've kind of blocked us in here, so we're gonna have to send our dudes over. We should probably upgrade them. And recruit an admiral who's got ship fire rate or evasion and sublight speed. Let's recruit the evasion guy. And our fleet has how much? 217, and not that much. So let's do some shipyards.
Construction venture completed.
Can fill that up a little bit. Researcher upkeep.
Vessels have been refitted.
Excellent. These entities encountered our fleets some time ago. Spaceborne forms of life. Quickly named Space Amoeba, follow Tactician's gross misreading of the initial sensor output. The creature is in fact larger than the average Fire Nation corvette. The creature displays aggressive behavior towards the First Nation's ships, but further study might be warranted. We get easy prey, and it gives us damage to Space Amoebas and 100 energy for every Space Amoeba fleet destroyed. Or this one gives us the contact, makes the special students, and it gives us influence. I'm gonna go the influence. That gives us a special project. Then we can research it here. This guy, we'll give it the probably colony development speed. Do it early on. That will about the only time it makes it worth it is if you do it early, because it's kind of boring late game. All right.
Construction venture completed.
Oh, that was convenient. That's some serious music right there. I was like, what's happening? Ever since the Fire Nation took over of Homeworld, the transformation of humans into fire peeps has been shrouded in ritual. Once every 10 years, a date which is rapidly approaching, the apprentices gather in the Chamber of Elevation for a special ceremony, what exactly happens to them is closely guarded secret, known only to a select few. But when they emerge, they do so as fire peeps. At the end of the year, all necrophytes on the homeworld will be converted into fire peeps. This ceremony will take place every 10 years on each Fire Nation planet with the Chamber of Evolution. So I gotta make sure that this planet has a Chamber of Evolution, right? Yes, definitely. Necrophytes turn. So that's why we got like their favorite jobs too, for sure, because that's gonna give us our, like, these guys come out as people. Interesting. So we have a whole bunch of slave labor, and I guess this is the population growth that might be helpful for us, because now I know how it makes it works every 10 years. These things, so maybe I should have made another population center. Unsure. We're definitely gonna need some more consumer goods and alloys, so we should probably keep building these guys as long as we can. Okay, so Still building the ships. I have to come up here, build an outpost. Build an outpost. We've converted 3 populated species to elevation of the homeworld. So now, like, what did those populations do? Where'd they go? This confuses me some days. Cause like, I mean, to me it looks like this says there are none, but I feel like that's in the worker category. Like we got 1 of 6. So I guess they put them in the miners. That's what happened. So it looks like that just changed to where it put it in clerks.
Construction venture completed.
Interesting.
A system survey has concluded.
And we have this. That is good. Okay, so let me slow this back down a little bit.
Construction venture completed.
I have a whole lot of stuff going on. Needs to build the mining station. I need to build another actual station. Like, let me upgrade the alloys. See, I told you I need allies because I'm supposed to be able to get 3 of these. So I mean, if I were to upgrade one of these and put it in one of the star bases that I have planned for planets, like this situation, he has no orders. So I mean, can it not colonize this show? So maybe that's what I'm thinking, is we're supposed to have changed this to enlighten people. This is the starbite? No, I need... Well, let me deal with this problem first, because I assume that means now I can come back over to this one. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. With a primitive army?
Construction venture completed.
Where was the observation out? I guess this is what I'm looking to change. So let's swill. Indoctrination. Through subtle influencing the society and culture, the natives can be brought around to our way of thinking. So we'll see if that does any good. Maybe we're playing the long game here. Like, I don't know if you watched Star Trek Discovery, but they have that whole, I guess I'll make him move up here. Start pace up here. Build the mining stations, build the observation points. Faction founded. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Fire Nation, led by Admiral Krumba Nightstead. They call themselves the Peace and Order Movement. Their members have been pushing hard for an extreme centralization of power and military power, of political power and military power. A disgruntled faction will be a source of trouble, but one that approves the government's actual actions could prove useful. A new faction has been recently founded. Great. So factions... They want extending our influence to dominate subject nations will please the Peace and Order Movement. Ensuring a stratified society, be it through the First Strike Movement. Positioning ourselves as a rival of at least one empire will please the First Strike Legion, and installing ourselves as the overlord of one of our more foreign powers will please the First Strike Legion as well. So they're all very warlike, and is not surprised. But I desperately need to fix this fire before it burks me out of here. I didn't put that much wood in it. I don't know what its deal is. I'm up to 90 degrees. It's getting a little warm in here. Getting a little warm. But luckily, I have the great outdoors to let in some nice, cool, fresh air. It's a great time for me to remind you to like, subscribe, and follow if you have not already done so. Thank you so much for being here and appreciate your patronage. Let me know what you like or don't like in the comments. Hit that like button, helps a brother out in determining what kind of videos I should make and should not make. So back to Satisfactory. I mean Stellaris, JK. We usually play Satisfactory on Saturdays. Do you like this game? What do we think, chat? It's on sale for 10 doll hairs. I don't know if they'll take actual doll hairs, but I feel like the trade-in market for doll hairs and dollars is pretty close. I don't know, because I don't really trade in doll hairs, but somebody out there probably does. It's like, ooh, is this like an authentic doll hair? From the Doll Hair Collaborative?
A study has been completed.
Has it now? Wonder what they studied. Let's click on this button and find out. Excellent. Unlocks robotic assembly plants and robotic workers. Yay. Robots? Good. Because then you can make robot armies and robot populations and so on and so forth. Alright, so can this guy colonize his planet? Yes. I should have changed the name right then and there. I don't know why I didn't, but because I'm dumb. So our ships are 480k. I don't know what that's gonna do, but we're gonna have to come find out, I feel.
Establishing a new colony.
Our colony ship has gently touched down on the mouth of a large river delta on one of the several continents that can be found on the Certus Prime. This temperate forested region will serve as an ideal first landing site. This ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and the reactor core is in its process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. A great day for the Fire Nation. Great day indeed. Not build its research station. The other science ship is way out here, which is cool. Guess we're gonna start slinking our way out this direction. Like you're lacking. I'm sure by the time I get there, it'll be fun. And I really need to get my glider fleet. We're gonna hope that they can take out some of these people, because I don't really want to keep the upkeep of like having them around. But I'm super far away. Yeah, I could make some more of them. Could also make another colony ship, but I'm not sure how that specifically is going to be working. Like, I haven't got to a point where I can just like move people to the planet. Is that what I need to do? Like, why have I not put anybody in that? I only have 2 scientists that can do that. Gonna give that one. Might as well finish this to finish it out. That gives me an Ascension perk, and it gives me the research speed 10%, and the Ascension perk is the unlock. And then the Ascension perk situation gives you several options based on things you've unlocked and how many of these you've unlocked. The nihilistic acquisition. The notion of self-determination cannot be more morally absolute. Holistic goals clarify, outweigh. You don't really care about any of that. It unlocks the raiding bombardment stamps, which allows you to abduct populations from besieged planets. The space amoebas. The name is stuck, and the pronunciation of the proper whatever is too unwieldy for the average fire people. Are solidary animals when left to their own devices. Yeah. Nobody really cares. The flagella are fascinating. Gives movement. Oh, that's nice. And regenerative, yes. Generative whole tissue, yes, we would like that. Indeed, we would like that. So, technological industry gives us 10% research speed, rare technology and now fear. The one vision, monthly unity pop, amenity usage, and governing ethics attraction. Clear blocker cost, administrative capacity, edict capacity, leader level cap and experience game, available envoys, and integration of subjects. I think the technological ascendancy seems like the best one for me because we were trying to go science focused. That was what we were doing. Every time I come here, it's like, pow!
A system survey has concluded.
Guess we will. This one never got fully surveyed. I really thought that's what happened. Like, what? You should get your happy ass back here and survey this one like you should have done a long time ago. What the deuce? Because this guy's going to the anomaly. They're like, but Sean, you made him go all across the populace. And you're right, I did. Percent, it did. Enemy fleets. That's a 777, and are we going to investigate this? I guess we never did this. They have 14. Let's see what happens here. But didn't actually pick one. Let's just see what happens. You know, maybe it'll give us a bonus to something. Indeed, this one's stuck. Stockpiling things. I have not found another habitable world per se. This one changed to assimilate. No, we're trying to assimilate these dudes. So I need some money, it looks like. So let's build that guy, and then we've got some these that I should get rid of. Queue that up while I have the money. Typical me. The whatever have made great strides to centralizing their various planetary governments with political power redirected towards a few capable levers. Their inefficiencies of mob rule are slowly being wielded out in their society. They will thank us one day. Pollen cloud, that's the first one. Indoctrination. Hey, at least we still get the, we still get the 10 society influence. That's a bonus. It's like our science situation is broken down to we suck at the engineering. not good at engineering. I feel like the slave processing facility might be more pivotal than one would think. We have discovered a new life form, and they're calling it fully automated mechanical drones, but exclusively on some industrial purpose. Keep looking. That one's routine. Sensors are picking up unexplained pattern of interference in the Batsmore system. So we'll have him go ahead and research that guy. It was a regular anomaly. And we're still waiting on this one to figure out whether our ships are going to blow these guys up or not. I mean, apparently they're hostile, but they haven't actually moved into hostile range. So I don't know. Sonified signs. The ISS Natalie crew has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the Batmore system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of advanced mathematical equation to be precise, and one that science officer whateverface cannot seem to get out of their head. Who or what have composed the song remains unknown, although it implicitly infers the incredible level of technological sophistication. Regarding subspace harmonics, the signals geocidically suggest a point of origin from outside of our galaxy. Curiously, oh, we got a whole bunch of research from that. That was real good. We like the research. Do we want me to continue reading these, or do we not want that? That is the question. To read or not to read? That is the question. I've been watching too much Expanse. The question! I am not currently at ship level. I guess I should build some more of these. You know what? Actually, we're going to do this in a different way. If you have 10, you go to the ship planner. You can make them all the way up to
An unusual phenomenon has cropped up.
the 20. And of course, and it will do it. This is sensors reporting a number of possible points of interest within dense debris. In the same system, it's quite a popular system we have over there. I mean, he didn't. This is. Yep. I'm still gonna take this. Automatic survey would be nice, but it's not that crucial.
A new colony has been propagated.
42 years and 3 days. A closer scan of the debris field around Baltimore Sea has led to the discovery of an airtight capsule containing an automatic clock that measures the time with unparalleled precision. It has the frequency uncertainty so low that all the other 879 million years before it gains a single second, and it is counting down to a date 42 years and 3 days away. The capsule holds no clues as to what this date signifies or who the owners are, but it seems as though someone out there has lost track of time. The capsule is full of innocent-looking wires. Any one of the could be rigged to set off the weapon of mass destruction so potent that it will wipe out the entire galaxy. The entire crew will snip them all. We could gain engineering research, or keep an eye on it, and we still get the engineering research. We're gonna keep an eye on it. I'm not gonna show how much story. Somebody can study that, I'm sure. We have 42 years to figure out what it is. Come on. Excellent. Colony observed. This one's still, it's on like stage 3. I guess we're waiting for a breakthrough because she has to, I guess she gets a roll and there's a 0% breakthrough. We need one more insight or a skill point before we have a chance at all in succeeding in this investigation. Interesting. The discovery of more Hasati, of vast canyons filled with mushrooms, provided us with the beginning of an answer. The water inside the mushrooms, they seem to span large parts of the surface of the world, all connected to the same mycelium. This technically makes them a single organism, and it's one of the biggest we've ever seen. Some of the members of the teams dubbed this homogeneous fungus the fungus among us. They're so funny. It looks like the mushroom have been genetically altered and has completely taken off the ecosystem once existed here. Their unbridled and accelerated growth was such that they absorbed most of the water that is present here. They subsequently entered a sort of dried-up, dormant state in which most of the fungus is still alive, with water spread out across the whole organism. Curious. They're probably going to suck them dry of moisture. That's my suspicion. Reports in the deep space drones previously encountered have been investigated closer, and the drones appear to be the workers and custodians of an anonymous organization orbiting a special project. Drone study research. Great. That anomaly. So we dealt with it. Reinforcements are in transit. Good. I guess that's why it keeps giving me the. It's like, oh hey, there's reinforcements in transit, so it's like giving notification that there's enemy fields in that situation. And then this one here, we were talking about this earlier. What our first option obviously has to be the Chamber of Elevation, I guess. We are seeing a definite movement towards more militaristic society, but the various governments, their standing military forces, such as they are, have become more professional in nature. They will thank us one day. So we'll do this one first. There's no sense in having the slaves if it's not even like a thing. You can't, you know. Nobody here enjoys them. I think that's what I'll have to make a job for that when it's an option. And this one needs money and consumer goods. I mean, we need to build one of those. Build one of those just to make up for the deficit of what we have. Go back to F10. Looks like things are building. This one is apparently done. I'm gonna take it off of evasive. Tell it to survey this system, and hopefully it'll just like slink by. Like it just has to go from here to there. It just has to go from here to there. Just has to go from here to there. I have some military ships, like they're kind of transiting like around it. I guess this guy can be up here to build out this. And this planet is an alpine world, so they're like, womp womp, we hate this world. Frozen climate, must remember that for future. I haven't really figured out how this works for the, because we're not like, we're watching it build it, but I don't see it go up, so I don't know how long it takes. Reinforcements. Trade route mount. Because I also need to upgrade some outposts places. It feels like here should be a good place to do that. Did I never build out this other? How about build the outpost there, okay? Everybody's busy doing something, except for the fleet. And they're gaining things, but they're supposed to have 20. According to this. Alright, so we got the slave processing facility. Regenerative hull tissue. It's obviously a thing. And as this builds up to 20, we're actually getting capable of being better than the 777 of the space amoebas. So I hope we get a bonus anyway, but... That's what we're waiting for the special projects.
Construction venture completed.
Right. That's why I'm like, I haven't quite figured this out yet, because I really kind of want to like resettle some of these necrophytes. What is it? It's like we need 3 every time. That's what we need.
Construction venture completed.
But they're unemployed. I was gonna say, hold up. It produces Unity. It gives amenities +5. Like, I'm not sure what's happening there, but...
An unusual phenomenon has cropped up.
Very hard. We'll leave that be for now. Because we're building a generator district, which should give us technician jobs. And then as soon as this opens up, with 10 pops. So this is going to be interesting to see how this, I guess I'm going to have to like resettle from everything. Because we only get 3 per 10 years per of these buildings we have. Chamber of Elevation. So I probably should have built a second one of those. I didn't know that was even a thing. Because it has unemployed pops. But I guess I needed that to grow. Like now that they're here, they will grow this population here.
A study has been completed.
Okay, so our second one, we know we're going to take supremacy at some point. It gives us naval capacity +20 and our army damage 20%. It gives us ship build cost reduction, gives us ship upkeep reduction and naval capacity increased by 20%. It gives us fleet command limit increased by 20. This gives us ship fire rate and damage versus star bases. All things good. When something else we know we're going to do is prosperity, which building upkeep, that gives us the mining outstays first, because you'll need all this in order to pay for this, you know? So I think I'm going to go with this, just so I can have the naval capacity and such. I just think I want this in my life. That's how I roll. Naval capacity strong. Like I had my desk too high, you couldn't see the light in my face. Look at how warm that gets now that my light's in my face. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. And prostitutes, but we don't talk about that. So, we're just cruising along. Everything's going on nice and slow of a pace. Running our empire like a boss. Strategic resource discovered. That means we got exotic gases. Ooh, they're exotic. This construction ship is being lazy AF, trying to be sly. Got it. We're waiting on the special project to finish in 15 months. This unlocks a building and an edict. And this just gives us 10% research output. Also gives us improved deflectors. Or basic combat rolls. Like, all of these are good. All of these are good. But I feel like this is most beneficial to our end goal game. A group of large predators indigenous to that planet were recently discovered to have made a lair in the ruins being excavated. Fortunately, the animals were hibernating and they were not disturbed by the passage of our archaeologists. The project is rapidly moving ahead. That was close. We got 3 clues. Clues represent how much information you have uncovered in relation to in a chapter, an archaeological expedition. They increase the breakthrough chance. Increase the breakthrough chance, so we have a 10% breakthrough chance. Okay. They're working on it. In case you didn't know why we're doing that, those artifacts we get are good for making edicts. This happened. They're definite moves towards militaristic society, basically the same thing. I don't know what its deal is now. This is the one we're referring to. I think maybe that's under species. Might be contacts. Damn it, contacts. This is the one they're talking about. They have no. Our intel is level 10, even though we've been there for years. Like, influencing their society, but okay, sure, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, game. Feral behavior. Reports of our colony on Sirius Prime claims that there has been an increase in feral behavior. Apparently, parts of the population has expressed heretofore unprecedented levels of lust and aggression, and no one knows why. They get a loud minority modifier given the effects of crime and happiness, but population growth speed. So they done turned up now that they're like populations on a different species, different like planet or something. I'm like, what? And we have a full 873. Will they be able to whiz by this one this time? Violence on the rise. The feral behavior on Sirius Prime shows no signs of stopping anytime soon. In fact, it has risen since the last report. Promiscuous and violent acts happen all the time, and a large part of the population seems to be affected. It's just getting out of hand. We have crime, happiness, and population speeds. Just woof. Okay, so they're wanting me to do something about this, I think. Probably take a decision, which would increase our stability. The anti-crime campaign, which would give our enforcer crime reduction. I don't have an enforcer situation.
The situation log has been amended.
Oh, see, I feel like this just came. The situation in Sirius Prime has spiraled out of control. A staggering number of inhabitants is now infected with whatever is causing this feral deluge, and the colony has started to break down because of it. Something needs to be done. On Sirius Prime, we'll be lost. Issues the special project rooting out the problem.
The situation log has been amended.
Let's see what that has to say. Where? Rooting out the problem? I don't see it. I guess that's Feral Overlord. Our society researcher will be caught up on that. Some decisions, like devastation's happening pretty bad. I guess it's because of the event I just had. My stability's actually not that bad, which is weird. Like, crime's pretty rough. Population breakdown. It said they were unemployed a moment ago. Did one die or did it get resettled? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What's going on over here? Because it said 2 a month. I guess he can continue to build that there research. We decided that they were hostile and plentiful, actually. Like, there's a lot of them. It's a lot of that. That might be a late game, or later game situation. I mean, I have another one of these. I should probably do some more Corvettes. As I say that, I'm looking at my gold. Like, I might should do some of that as well, actually. I think I was looking for an upgrade to Starbase. So I have 1 of 4 on that situation. So we know we want to lock that down. Probably this one too. Eventually, when we get through here, are we gonna get this situation locked? Did we finish that shortly? It's done in 6 months. Like, how long does it take our ship to get across?
Construction venture completed.
They're playing the quiet game, I'll tell you that. Oh, I'm kind of dumb. Why did I just make it do this, actually? JK. Sorry, that guy's like, who's issuing orders at this place? Can't go here because of that. Build Starbase outposts. The investigation of strange and wild behavior is currently besetting Sirius Prime and has been completed. The vast network of cave tunnels that permeates the planet's crust, an enigmatic fungus, has been found. It grows all over the caves, floors, walls, ceilings, and stretches out for thousands of miles. The fungus frequently releases spores that have vented out into the caves. For what purpose has not yet been established, but we know for certain that it causes primitive behavior in our species, releasing primal urges. We can try to find out several useful applications for this phenomenon, or we can exterminate the fungus altogether. Live or let die. We'll see what they got to say about that. Cool. Research that too. Communications established. We have received communications from the Independent Space Station of Regain Commerce Exchange. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Interesting. I speak on behalf of the Commerce Exchange. We have facilitated trade negotiations between interested parties on our stations in the Shrimari system more than 1,000 years. If you happen to pass more resources than you need, we are more than willing to take it off your hands. You'll be duly compensated, of course. Well met.
Construction venture completed.
The mining drone work ethic. The drones and their tireless, endless work extracting ever-diminishing resources from local planetoids make for a somewhat dull but nevertheless informative subject of study. In fact, mining networks on a home world could stand to learn a thing or two about maximizing mineral extraction rates while conserving energy. Additionally, we have found that the drones are not completely silent. They emit signal pings through extremely infrequent and at wavelengths hard to isolate from background noise. If there's anyone left to receive these pings, may be a mystery of another time. So we get easy prey or mining station output. I think we're gonna take the mining station output. Aren't we glad we didn't just like mutilate them, even though we're like gonna have to because, you know, stuff.
A system survey has concluded.
Space battles are awesome.
A belligerent fleet has been engaged.
Slow it down a little bit so we can like watch it happen, because it's cool and fun. Zoomy battles. You can tell kind of how it's going over here. The rings on the right represent the shields, then hull. It's 9 to 16 now.
Construction venture completed.
Computer's blocking our action.
A special project is complete.
We also are going to need to, like, our resource situation is an issue. Deep in the heart of the mycelial forest, nestled in the canyons of whatever, we've discovered some sort of bunker. Long overrun by mushrooms, the team believes that it was built by the same species that genetically engineered the mushrooms here. Large sections of the bunker have collapsed and a lot of the equipment within it is likely broken beyond repair, but we have identified some sealed rooms that might hold explorable material. Notably, the alien remains have been found here. May they have abandoned this place, or else they didn't leave behind any body parts where absorbed by the local wildlife. Intriguing. So we got some more artifacts, and that's a thing that's happening. I probably also need to check out the edicts situation. Nothing I can afford. And where was the Trader Enclave? There used to be a market. Maybe is it built in now? What do I have in excess of? I'm about to go bankrupt, so if I add to a monthly trade, I sell. Let's say food. You have an excess of 10. But we're not sure how that's working out. So still in the red there, but we can work it out. We're gonna lose some ships. It'll be fine. These guys keep it on with the keeping on. This fellow, I thought I told him to come down here already, but I guess I didn't because he had this oats that I didn't make yet. Starbase modules, shipyards, anchorage, trade hubs. I feel like that's what I was originally doing. I'm not sure how trade really works. And we have too much Empire Sprawl because of the administrative capacity. I don't need more shipyards. That's just gonna happen. I don't really think we're at a warning of anything being disrupted. I might come back to that. We're doing trade hubs. That's the plan. Beginning and end of our situation. At least we are. They're gaining back stuff. That's nice. A new faction. Like, okay. We lost 7. They lost 14. I mean, like, so net win. Net win. It's not been fully surveyed because I'm a Goomba. Also, we have debris. Something we should probably do. Research projects, and then survey the system. Not a lot to do, but it's queued. Can we build some industrial districts? Because we're gone. We need the money, friends. I guess the population still works out with these. I wonder why this one says 3. And the other one is just 2.
Construction venture completed.
Devastation's coming down. I mean, the stability's doing pretty good. I guess maybe it happens over time. And obviously something else is going on there. There's the research output again. That's always getting me. But automated surveys would be nice as well, quite frankly. But I don't really need it. It's not high on the list, I guess. We'll get to a point where it's high on the list. One day, I assure you. The glider fleet should probably return to a starbase in order to pair. Because, like, I am building a shipyard there. I guess it does know that. And I built 2 trade there instead of a starbase. Like, what happened to the other one? Costs 50 energy every time I do it. It's a lot. Lord, I need some workers in here too. The planet's pulling me down.
Construction venture completed.
Alright, yay. Gotta do anything yet? Like, can it just hurry the hell up? Still surveying that system. How many surveys are how many plants are in this one? It doesn't have that much left to do, is what I'm like. Just finish it off.
Strange happenings are afoot.
A small rectangular object on the surface of the moon is deflecting all scanning beams like a mirror. Our sensors are unable to determine the material's composition. It is routine, so we will research. Trade hub situation. I don't think there's a lot of good early game buildings to put in, but I'm hoping the trade is going to help me out with the money because we're back up again. And there's not trade gets me 395, but I'm not sure how that's broken down. So right. Found a rock with alien writing on it. Gives us yet another. Yet another thing I was like, hey, you gotta do. But it's okay, we gotta come back out this direction anyway. We have converted 3 pops. That's nice. I think.
A study has been completed.
Now we get robot assembly. That was what I thought was gonna be good.
Construction venture completed.
We're gonna do the coil gun.
A system service.
I still haven't really figured out. So now all this popular
venture completed.
slaves need to get moved out for more people to do these jobs are better than these. I don't know. Not sure. Alright, and that one can't be done yet because it hasn't been surveyed, but this one has, so let's build a starbase. This one also has not been, because this guy's still at... I think we need a new science ship. Time projects issued. We know we're in a deficit, and now I'm in a deficit because I'm selling food, I guess. It's amazing how we go ups and downs and ups and downs. It probably has a lot to do with this. I feel. Made first contact with a new alien. Interesting. Curiouser and curiouser. And we did that from... Oh, because I put the science ship here and it just had better vision, I guess. Oh look, another one of those. Do not have sufficient energy.
Debris has been analyzed.
Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, great. First contact, invoice going, debris was analyzed. I was doing something with the new science ship. Recruit. This guy has a research speed already there. He's already commanding the Nord. It's easy. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface. I'm gonna put this guy to do.
Construction venture completed.
I guess he's gonna get that because maybe I should just recruit another one. He's gonna be good for research. Lifespan, we don't really care about. Research speed. Ancient survey marker. A small short-range transmitter has been located at the surface of Thanavor 1. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago by a large deposit of precious minerals. The miner it was... Huh. Alright. Free minerals! Why did it just move? They're trying to get me. So might as well. Why the hell not? I'm just gonna make him a science ship.
Strange happenings are afoot.
We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from the planet. It might be a glitch in our systems, or it could be something else. It's a routine, so go ahead. This fellow going to be our alas poor Horatio. We're gonna find out if they're hostile or no. Go ahead and build this research station. This construction ship has to just chill out. Despite recent skill improvements owing accumulated experience, seems to be approaching the limit of their abilities. Probably means that either I need to do something different with my governor or gain some way to give him some more levels. While approaching Thanavar 3, the USS Natalie suddenly received a glancing hit at several passing mass driver rounds. The projectiles were several billion years old, and based on their trajectory appeared to be stray rounds fired from a neighboring galaxy. And missing their intended target, they continued their journey far untold millennia, until today, the rounds which have recovered. So we got some research. Okay, great. First contact event, we have managed to pick clear audio conversations between several Kapapa alien ships, while our linguists are still wiser meanings any of their words. Recruiting, okay. So they're still getting, but we have a 70% breakthrough because of all the insights. Not sure why we get all the insights, but okay. The bunker that we were talking about on the Mushroom Planet, used to protect computing equipment, some appears to have been directly connected to the mycelium. Thankfully, we managed to reactivate several terminals and databanks. Breaking this encryption, deciphering the language takes some time, so then, okay, I got some computer banks. Difficulty's bad. Hell, that's bad. That seems bad. Gonna be at that for a while. Alright, so we're at the... we don't really need that quite yet. Ship upkeep and capacity increase. Or build cost and build speed. I think we're gonna go with the upkeep. Because right now we're hurting for Munes. That got us 1 point. Like, 1... like, what? 25% reduction in... yeah, what? Following the sighting of identified spacecraft in the Teak system, all forces in the vicinity have ordered to assume a heightened state of readiness. Per standard protocol, intelligence is still analyzing what little data we have left for the bogey, but it appears capable of hyperspace travel. Offensive capabilities remain unknown. As the likely representatives of our first contact, the new alien civilization, we should take steps to decipher their communications. We'll attempt to disable and seize their vessel. They will likely be outraged by this course of action. Let's nab them.
A study has been completed.
We're going to see what happens. Some blue lasers. That's good. We need the energy grid and capacity subsidies, obviously. Also, why's the food gone down so much? It's probably the capacity situation, maybe? Which I think we could fix with... nope. Not here. Perhaps here. Could, yes. Through hard work and expertise, scientist Penzer Boxley has developed new skills. Excellent. So this population is tiny. Tiny. Gas plant engineers. That's sad, he got arrested development. That makes me want to replace him.
A study has been completed.
Like, quite. He has one ability that I could recruit. So it's cost me 200 gills to get rid of this guy, and the other guy could actually level up. But this gives me building cost, engineer. See, we should do that one for sure. And then I'll go back to my home world and swap out the governors. I don't think I've ever put a government on the other one. We will fire this guy. Busy governing the homeworld section, like, didn't I? I was like, hold up, wait a minute. That's what I thought. Our efforts to capture the enemy vessel have ended in failure. Unfortunately, we lost track of their ship before we could attempt a seizure. Damn it. So close, yet so far away. So I guess we need the food from farmers real bad because, you know, we're starving to death over here. Eating out of our stores. Guess I'll have him build an outpost up here. Guy is still surveying, so he's hanging out, relaxing. This guy's now surveyed that. He's gonna come up here and do this research project. Other science guy, 8 years later. Starting to really question whether this guy is legit or not.
System survey has concluded.
Just really starting to wonder. Build Starbase Outpost. Because that has a trade value of 7. This science ship here is trying to come back, and now there's 2 alien vessels. $42 till the re-roll till we find out what's going on with that. But we're building an outpost here, so we found an abandoned gateway. You don't know what that is. That's it's a technology you can open in the future that allows you to travel between those. So quite nice, actually. Alright, so now we wanted this other thing with the prisoners that we got, right? Did we just recently, or have I not actually unlocked that yet? Technology... No, we got that. So why can't I build that? The prisoner... slave processing facility. It requires the planetary administration situation.
Construction venture completed.
Okay. Let's do the planetary build speed. Another faction founded. See, they're all pretty happy with me.
A system survey has concluded.
I embrace them. Costs a lot of influence.
A special project.
But it costs influence. I don't know if I even need to bother with it. This is the one they just sent. They deciphered the rock. It's a memorial to an extinct race. Engineering research. Made great strides in centralizing their various planetary governments. They've redirected towards capable leaders. Efficiency of mob rule is slowed being weak. I feel like I've seen this a lot. Like, I'm not sure, like, if there's like a level of like these are who we're talking about. Vessel who we had sent to investigate the Kapapa aliens was destroyed in a violent assault by their forces. It was unclear whether they sought to capture our vessel or whether they simply sought to give us a message to keep away from their territory. They will be avenged. Interesting. That was the new one I just sent, wasn't it? So, indeed. Indeed. Actually, did we finish that? We finished off that thing, right? We have to come back to them later, I think. But we should probably upgrade the fleet first. Or can I have the fleet up? Maybe I should move them here, and then just have the fleet upgraded here when they get here. So at least they'll be closer. I also need to reinforce the 7 I have. Create a new. We're gonna go all the way up until we get to. That's gonna be 40, I guess. But we have no alloys. Also, I don't really have the money to keep up with that either. As we begin to pick apart more and more visual images of the aliens known as the Kappa aliens, it quickly becomes clear that we are dealing with a society of robots. It was only a matter of time before this knowledge has leaked into the wilder public. The revelation has provoked wonder among the Fire Nation public, who marveled that machines could build their own spacefaring civilization and were impatient upon closer inspection acquaintances with them. Okay, great. They are hostile as expected. I mean, like, how do we feel about robots? You know, because robots. Can't really, like, turn them towards us. We can't, like, assimilate them into our population. They're already robots, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. Okay, I guess we will find out. I feel. So this is the alien. We have recovered valuable information from the databanks found in the bunker. The databanks tell us that there was a short listening post. Apparently the aliens found a way to interpret the signals coursing through the mycelium and convert them into actionable intel. We do not understand how this might have been possible, but the team will now try to bring water from nearby ice asteroids to awaken the fungus among us again and see what kind of data it transmits, if any. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I don't think anybody asked. They didn't ask me if that was a good idea. They did not ask me that. Okay, so now we're back to the population issue on this one again. Because these guys need pops for that and needs pops for here. Like, this one needs many populations moved. I definitely need some pop growth speed, it feels. Indeed. Population growth speed. Deployment. Slaves in this planet are subject to automatic resettlement to other colonies. So maybe that's not really what I need here. Maybe the robot assembly would be better, because my population, it's not really happening. But if I build a robot, it gives us a roboticist job and allows Alloy into, yeah. We're gonna give that a shot, see what happens. Famous last words, so they say. That survey has been surveyed. It's an alien system, so that's already in somebody else's border. We just have not established contact with them as of yet. I think it's probably maybe it's this one. I'm gonna queue up both of those. This science ship to continue its journey on. This construction ship should build all of the things. And I think we're good. Well, we still need to worry about this whole money problem. This produces Munes. Let's turn that into a... That did not help. I don't understand why that didn't help. I feel like that would help. Now all these technicians are producing 7.9, so it's giving a total of 96. Before it was producing 15. So that just didn't reflect because it's not real time, I guess. I haven't unpaused it to make the change. Or maybe it doesn't change until the resource ticks. Yeah, the monthly situation happened. But again, I guess I need more population growth than one would assume.
Strange happenings are afoot.
Has partially hollowed out, curved, exquisite precision. There's something familiar about the lines and curves etched into the rock. Research. It's probably one of those artifact dealy thing, bob, do flitchy, thingamajigger, wooflops. You know, one of them things. Y'all know what I'm talking about, them dooflotchies. Dang ol' boomhire. Dang ol' boomhire type stuff. A familiar shrine. Most of the asteroid has been laser chiseled with great precision into the likeness of small fire people temple. A large shrine, a shrine to the Untold, the great destroyer deity of the fire populated face. The temple has been tumbling through quite of space for far longer than even capable spaceflight, which is disturbing at best, terrifying at worst. Naturally, Science Officer What's-Her-Face urges us to search for more stellar objects that match the characteristics of this space temple, and the uploaded a list of likely candidates in nearby systems to the situation log. Perhaps it would be best if we do not. Or begins the shrine's Old Quest God Chain event. Well, why not? That seems like something we should do.
A study has been completed.
First likely shrine location. So am I supposed to do something about that? I'm confused.
The situation log has been amended.
So there's one. The U.S. Satellite has entered the Herathnum system, and the crew reports the stellar object is not unlike the shrine to Untold. Is indeed orbiting the star. Let's investigate. Okay, so we're investigating. The aliens. Our attempts to decipher the signals from them have paid off, and we're finally able to open diplomatic channels with the civilization. We're now known to be the Mictor network. Remarkably, it turns out that they are a fully autonomous robotic civilization led by a single formidable AI. We have seen no signs of their creators, and we can only assume that they are wiped out by the cataclysm from which they merged. Great, we should study them. Perhaps our own automation could be upgraded. They are a machine intelligence. Our warriors salute you. Because that's an opinion. They like us better. We shall seek distance ourselves from the network. I don't really care about the spy network, so let's just do that, and then I can, like, you know, backstab him later. More first contact, just in time to finish this one.
Construction venture completed. A special project is complete.
This was the gold shrines. Deciphering the pictogram in the benefactoress shrine was a much smoother process than anticipated. All linguists involved described the language quickly connected or clicking their minds despite its age and complexity. However, the writings are unlikely to make much sense until we are combined with the other writs associated with the rest of the Quandrum Godhead. Fascinating. So we need to send this one
Construction venture completed.
to Overhearn. And there's pop growth speed. We said we wanted that. Let's get it. Pop growth speed. So that's being handled. Handled. It's done. Let's see if we can
The
reinforce.
situation has been amended.
Old gods approaching the Undaunted. The S Natalie has entered the system and its crew. They need good work. So now it's search system. See, the governor's already got a level 2.
A study has been completed.
Let's upgrade these fellows. A study. Alright, good.
Construction venture completed.
Is it time for this? Probably not.
A special project is complete.
I don't know if I even want those, but let's see if it's better. Days after the activities that can best be termed fiddling, Science Officer Shepmiter has retrieved the Doctrine of the Undaunted, a textile scroll coated with the sturdy plastic polymer. Fascinating. Fascinating, I tell you. So I guess he needs to come here now. Explore the system, see what happens. See if we don't die. Oh look, and they're right here, ready to destroy me. So this one's definitely gonna be a defensive situation. I will change this to front line with machines. We can't spell the whole thing, it's fine. It's abbreviated. Need the alloys. Following the sighting of the identified spacecraft, all the forces in the vicinity have been ordered to assume a heightened state. Where was this? Oh no. Yep, we're trying to nab them. They're crocodiles. That's probably a real species. Discovered an ancient cache of resources among the ruins. They are even now in the process of being shipped off to our central stores. Excellent. And there was a lot of allies. Where did they go? Was I just getting? Our attempts to capture the Veil have ended in catastrophe. Ugh. We didn't capture them. They got away. We're still gonna see if I can. It hasn't happened yet. Where did that science ship go? Oh right, I just zipped on by that one. Like deuces. That might have been smart, because if this is already somebody else's empire, then I'm just needing to be. This way I can zoom through here and get this special project thing done before I've introduced myself to them, if you know what I'm saying. If you know what I mean. Elliot, yeah, I mean.
The situation log has been amended.
Okay. Now I gotta get them to do the research project. And we're finally getting the fleets worked out. Science ship does not need to be up here. I'm gonna guess it has. I guess this is my. It's gonna come up here and move here. Maybe here. That's. Didn't I have three? Oh, I lost one. Remember, I lost one. So let me build me a new one.
A special project is complete.
Old God Shrine. Science officer has reported back that the ISS Natalie's findings on the shrine. They recognized early on that the text in some logical script is in inlaid walls, heavily distorted, and the layers of translucent lacquer. Initial attempts at unscrambling the text, relying on raw processing power of the ISS Natalie's computers to reconstruct the text from plain images, proved fruitless, as it is simply too distorted to place in any known lingual family. Next, the crew of the Natalie attempted bombarding the liqueur with light of varying wavelengths and intensity, but no beneficial reactions were observed. The science officer apparently confiscated physicals separating the liqueur from the inlaid text, blah blah blah. The science officer found it was called to the mission of failure, looking it up as irreparably placed along the edges of the circular space. They were momentarily forming before their eyes, melting away only to be replaced by new lines. Not long after, they had a ceiling, walls, and floor imagined in a spiral pattern, and text from the shrines should help us piece it all together. Fascinating. The complete doctrine of the gods, for that is what recovered texts have been regarded as dwarfing the fairy tale scraps upon which the old fire people religion were founded. As a shockingly revelatory as it is revolutionary, with all a little bit creative interpretation, it is clear that the people of the homeworld were meant for great things, guided by the strong hand of a religious leader. Our path is one to godhood, but our past is littered with prophecies unfulfilled and sin born of ignorance. Redemption is ephemeral. What? Okay, so we get 80 influence, 3,000, ends at 3,000 gold, research, or unity. Start a religious renaissance, shifting empire ethics towards spiritualist. Unity gained 533. The Fireless Nation shifts ethics towards spiritualists. I'm not sure what that even does, but 533 is nice. Like Unity, that's pretty good. I'm gonna take it, we're gonna find out what happens. New research. The faction founded. Great. Deep tissue implants are the latest innovation in revelatory overlapping of sensory engineering and environment. We're going... Where are we going? We won't need to feel skin. That might be a thing, especially with all the slaves we have. I feel like Chemical Bliss seems like a good option for them. Do we have anything that I wish to build in this yet? Perhaps. We need this one. That's what we need. I guess I should build gun batteries, ship hull points. So I really, these are pretty much the same. Like, I don't know why that's... Communication jammer gives sublight speed and disengagement chance. Or shipping, I should probably give it the uplink community center, or... I mean, both those are good if you're really on the front line of battle. This is the ship build cost and increased by, yep, definitely want that guy. Construction ship situation, we're still waiting for that. Science ship situation, he's all like, what the F am I doing out here? Nobody knows, my dude. I guess you should probably explore that system. Looks like there's a potentially habitable world there. And obviously the game wanted us to go to it, so should be that. Should be that. But we've come to our 3-hour phase in this game. So what do we think about this? Do we like this? Do we hate this? What are our thought processes for Stellaris? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Make sure you put something in the comments if you watch this later. Hit up a like, a subscribe, follow. It helps me out. Keeps you up to date with all the content to come. Lets you give me a forum. We have a Discord. We have a YouTube. Don't forget to check out all those things and see what I produce on that side.